Hello and welcome to the deciding game. It's 1-1. It's a best out of 3. It's the Titan versus NikolaMX. This does not only decide this encounter, but it might decide top 2 or top 1 in PA League Division 2. So a lot of things are at stake here. Both players playing very solid indeed. One taking one each, both dominating each game. Now it's all down to this one. Who can win this one? Who can win the encounter? We are at Hades in the famous underworld. It's all going to be decided here. Players are going to spawn on each side of this lava pit. You got access to all of this map. Quite a bit of a traveling distance between the bases indeed. Hoger unit can take use of this lava in between the places. Looking at the spawns here though, as we actually predicted, Nick going over to Legion, Titan going over to MLA for the first time. This is very curious indeed. Nick probably going to do his star cannons. I've seen a lot of star cannons on this map in preparation of this match. It's a very good option indeed, but it's also a very risky option and a very hard option. Got to know what you're doing to pull it off. Scorpions, of course, able to do massive damage. But the flip side is that you can run into umbrellas, lose a lot of expensive units without taking any losses to your opponent. So it's a very double-edged knife that that NikolaMX is walking into right here. Doing the standard Legion opening with armor factory to 1 Faber, 1 Guardian, 1 Faber once again. Over to bot factories once again. Titan, if he can see this right away, see that Nick lacks in terms of air, he can go air fabrics himself and get some very nice expansions. That's why I'm hoping the Titan will take advantage of in this game. Looking over to Titan, going standard MLA build here, 1-1-1 build, going over to second air factories, already scouting out Nick, I believe. No, he hasn't, but still going air fabric. Maybe just knows what's up. I would really like to see this Firefly right here, or one of these, being used to take a look at Nick's base, and here we see it indeed. We're going to see that there's no air factories here, and therefore his air fabbers are going to have free reign if they're put to good use. So I would hope to maybe see even another one out from Titan, but we'll surely see. Moving over to vehicles, very slow unit indeed, but they do have access to the very famous Drifter, which have quite a bit of pace and can walk right in here and raid from within the base. So I hope that's what we're going to see out of this vehicle factory. Will certainly be a very interesting choice indeed. Nick out with a investigator as usual, plops it down here. Titan is going to be able to see that soon and kill it. So it's not going to pay off, but you do see generally what's going on in terms of Titan's expansion. We do see if we take on Nick's view here, there it disappears. So a big question is what tier 2 and what timing, excuse me. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see orbital factory out of Nick and a orbital star cannon to shoot first the tier 2 Faber likely in his base, then proceed over to shooting tier 2 levelers as well as orb reavers over onto the Titan's side right here. But the flip side of that is that you don't get a tier 2 factory. It can produce a variety of tier 2 resources. So we'll see. Titan going for some good teleporter strats here, it seems like. Very good. I'm very glad he mixes up the strategy here. Very interesting strat indeed. And whether this strategy pays off or not might have a very important part in this game, of course. Like if this is successful, then it's a massive thing. Managing to make sure Nick is not allowed to expand over here. But on the flip side of that, it's very risky to push his commander over, which it seems like he's about to do right here, maybe. Because it's down on health, it's being reclaimed. Now he's not going to push his commander over, luckily. It's just going to be in it. So then it's really good move, not too risky. Gives him a smart avenue from his base into the back of Nick's base. So I really like this move now from the Titan. I was afraid he's going to walk his commander through, and that would be a bit too risky for my taste. So Nick is forced to respond to this right now. He's building pure peacekeepers out of his factory. Alright. It's an expensive composition, but it did do the trick. I would like to see some Lancers in there personally, but Peacekeepers, they did the job. The question is, can he clean up this teleporter? Because that's essentially what he needs to do here before Titan gets up his tier 2 factory maybe and can push levelers through, because that would be massive. So here he goes with his tier 2 orbital factory, tier 1 excuse me. It's no tier 2 orbital factory, that one is in space. As we predicted, so that's very nice. Very nice placement on it too. Like a bit offset, so maybe harder to spot, who knows. And here we see Nick pushing out. Is he going to use this teleporter? That is what I'm curious on. I really hope he's going to use it and not kill it. Please Nick, please Nick. For those who don't know, you can use the use command and you can walk through the teleporter coming out on the other side. And that would be brilliant moving over to do. So very nice kill there from Nick taking out the teleporter. So not really paying off the Titan. Used a lot of metal at getting that teleporter. But he did stop this expansion from Nick for quite some time. He's now rebuilding there, and the economy is pretty similar with the two players. Here we do see there the Starship Projector, as it's called, the orbital factory for Nick, is up and producing. Likewise, the Titan's tier 2 advanced vehicle factory is as good as open. So the big difference here is the traveling time out of the two. Titan's units have to walk all the way around the map unless it takes the use of a teleporter. Meanwhile, Nick's orbital units can be shooting through space and landed anywhere basically over here, and we do not see any anti-orbital umbrellas out from the Titan. So this is a neat opportunity from Nick. He probably didn't see that coming before now, but now he really does. And he got to think to himself, oh shit, that is a star cannon. That is a star cannon, you know? So curious to see what sort of response is gonna put out here. Surely gotta have some sort of response. It's starting to get quite a bit of levelers here, and out goes the Combat Fabric. Already has one side of the teleporter. If he can get a teleporter close to Nick's base here, he could potentially just walk in and wipe it all out. So this game can truly go either way at the moment, in my opinion. Titan being the better expander here. We haven't really paid too much attention to it, but we grabbed most of the backside over here. Really aggressively and nicely done. So is going a bit conservative on the placement of this drop, but it's going to pay off. That's basically it. The closer you get to the base, the more risky it is. So he manages to keep himself under control. Drops the Combat Fabric in decent distance. Down goes the risk quite a bit, and this one is likely going to go up. But in comes the first shot from Nick though. 2 Orb-Weaver. Whoa, that's massive overkill. That's costly stuff. And he should have dropped it closer, so because out comes the levelers, and unless some really nice targeting is going on here from Nick, his Orb-Weaver is not going to do apeshit against this unit. His Manager Kiting does not have orbital radar range. He really needs to push back here and get his energy in place, because this unit group here is gonna mop up the entirety of Nick's base if he just manages to respond to it right away. Down goes 1 leveler, down goes 2 levelers, 3 levelers, but there's more coming, and this teleport is still standing here. All of and we see Nick counter shooting 1 Orb-Weaver into the base of Titan. It seems that he's really focusing wrongly with his star cannons, producing more Orb-Weaver than Scorpion, when it should be the other way around. Titan not having any significant air control in this game. He should know this. Nick, he should scout Titan and see that he doesn't have a lot of air factories and get down that orbital Orb-Weaver count, but he isn't. And this force now of tanks and 5 levelers is getting dangerously close, and there's only 1 Scorpion to defend against it. In comes more, but likely Orb-Weaver indeed, and he doesn't need Orb-Weaver, he needs Scorpion. So he really should re-queue this now. Haven't seen a single bomber out from Titan, so why is he still going orbital weaver? That is a big question to me. And in comes a Scorpion. Too close. I don't see what Nick is going to respond to this. Very good usage of teleporter from Titan, but then again, if he manages to kill this, don't walk in with the commander. Don't walk in with the commander. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? You are playing with fire, Nick. You are playing with fire. Holy crap, macaroni, cheese and burgers. That was playing with fire right there. 4 levelers taking it on with his comp. Luckily for him, those levelers missed a bit, I believe. Or at least it was some bad targeting going on there for Titan. Bing there that new waves is going to come in, so even though he was ballsy there, managed to pay off for him in that particular scenario. This wave's just going to not going to stop coming unless he can kill this factory, which he hasn't really done any attempt at doing. Now dropping some occasional Scorpions that he can afford over at... Ooh! What a turn of events. You have a complete vision over Titan's commander. This is something you can really take advantage of if he goes for it. And here in comes the shots. Is he going to go for the snipe? I believe he's going to go for the snipe. The umbrella is on the way, but he's not too late. Titan can't just let this Spectre stand right over his commander. In comes, or the Scorpion is going to target down that commander, and it's a snipe, and I think it's going to be a successful snipe. Holy shit! What a turn of events! Titan, you can't just let the orbital be like that. No umbrellas in the base, no counter orbital, no attempt at taking down that star cannon, no nothing. And you see how it goes. He just lets the orbital radar just stand over his commander. It's not good. And that pays off for Nick. He would never be able to do this otherwise. It's just ballsy. It's nice play by Titan with the teleport, but it's ballsy too. Because not only does he push the... and my vision is screwed up. RIP. Not only does he not build the umbrella in the space, he's pushing all his units, he's producing right through the teleporter. At any given time, it's minimal of defense in his own base. And sure, as long as Nick is being defensive about it, it's alright. But you see here, it's almost nothing in defense here. That drop didn't even have to snipe the commander. He could just drop right in here. No umbrellas, no nothing. Wipe out that base. So way too ballsy play by the Titan, not respecting that orbital cannon whatsoever. And I wanna get my vision back. But anyway, kudos to Nick for realizing what he needed to do this game and following through on it, winning actually this encounter. And I can see Titan's perspective. Well, that is 1 bug and a half. But I really like the early teleport from Titan. Not managing to keep it up though, which is a shame. Big money sink for him. But later on with the teleport back here, really good, but leaves his base vulnerable. Does not respect the orbital cannon. And Nick, good strategy with the orbital cannon and everything. Very ballsy by him. And let's just rewind to this very moment where we realized that Nick's balls were made out of steel. When he basically went on a suicide mission against these levelers. The question is, did they miss target? What happened? So we'll see here. In comes the commander down to 60%. Decides, hey, why don't I just take on these 4 levelers? Levelers barrels are turned the wrong way. One is turning over. A lot of misses as well as misfire. This could have been a kill right here for Titan. Not having his attention at the right place. Targets 3 of the levelers of the unit as well as missing with a lot of levelers, so that is a shame for him. And then we got the counter snipe here. Just look at the sheer time that this orbital radar is standing over Titan's base. And in comes the Scorpions, and that's GG. So congratulations to Nick who takes this encounter 2-1 against the Titan. And it was a really good game, has to be said. Titan played good himself too. Really dominated the first game. We were not able to stop Nick when the second and the third game came rolling. So that was it. I gotta thank you all for watching. Thank you all for having patience with this between the games and everything. I hope it was enjoyable. I really do. And if not, I apologize for that. So catch you guys around.